Hey, I see a whole load of you guys that ain't subscribed to the channel yet, man. It's Division Addiction. Welcome back to another Division 2 video. If you're new to the channel, like I said, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure you hit that like button. Let's head for 50 likes. I appreciate all the like goals we're achieving. Thank you for all the support on this channel. But without further ado, man, I just want to really go into my build that I've been using in Countdown. And I just want to talk about Countdown itself, actually. When you want to get gear, Countdown is the way to go. The drops are insane. You can just get your builds ready together. You can get all 6 pieces of what you need. Man, it's just great. All the roles will be there, especially if you're RNG god like me. Only joking, my RNG is absolutely trash, but still, as long as you're farming in this game in Countdown, man, getting them pieces you need, you can head straight to the Dark Zone and go into that PvP, if you're a PvP player, of course. But guys, today I'm going to be showcasing you guys my Countdown build that I love to use in groups. Of course, groups, sorry, that's stupid. But in an 8-man team in Countdown, this is what I love to use. So let's go into the weapons first. I'm actually using the Scorpio. And this is an exotic shotgun. We have 880k damage on here. The rolls are decent. And the talent on here, what does this actually do? So shooting a target applies stacks of venom, which lasts for 10 seconds, increasing stacks adds more severe debuffs to the target. So 1 is poison, 3 is disorient, 6 is shock, 7 target takes additional 20% damage, stacks no longer increase, okay? Duration of status effects is based on the percentage of pellets hit applying shot. Okay, so all you got to do is just completely shred the NPC with this weapon, and it's going to be standing there like a fool, gaining all of these status effects as you saw on this talent. So having this in PvE is just great because you can just sustain the NPCs, make them stand still, and it's quite fun, especially if you're in a group of 8. You're just chilling and you're just trying to run through Countdown. For my secondary, I am using the Apartment SMG. This is a named SMG which comes with 112k weapon damage. The rolls on here are decent, and for my talent, what does this gun actually do? If some of you do not know, perfectly measured, okay? The top half of the magazine has 20% rate of fire and minus 27% weapon damage. The bottom half of the magazine has minus 20% rate of fire and 33% total weapon damage. So at the start, when you shoot with this weapon, you're going to get that rate of fire boost. But the more you shoot, and when you get to the bottom half of the magazine, your rate of fire is going to decrease and you're going to gain more weapon damage. So with a build like this, I like to have this gun to actually stack something up on this build. And that is Obliterate, okay? When we have Obliterate on this build, critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times, okay? That's a lot of damage, and it's going to help out with a build like this, especially if you're just stacking and getting your shots up, and if you have damage across this build, okay? So that's what I'm doing with my SMG. I get Obliterate to proc, and then I switch to my Scorpio to make them stand still and to get the damage and to just get them out of here, man. We don't want to be standing around for too long in Countdown. We want to run through this as soon as possible, okay? So Seska, that's the one piece I have 10% critical hit chance. But before I dive into everything else, what is this build mainly focusing on? We are focusing on protection from elites, okay? So now some of you may say, oh, why don't you just use the chill mask, the chill out mask? I think that's what it's called. Well, I took a break from the game, so I didn't actually get that mask. But if you do have that mask, you can actually have 2 more slots on the mask and then put protection from elites on there, so you actually have more than what you can on this build. If that's what you want to do, I would do it, but I just don't have the piece, and I don't think it's available anymore because it was a Christmas event. So let's actually just dive into my pieces and what I am running. We are using the Grupo, which gives you that 15% critical hit damage. We have weapon damage on top, crit chance, crit damage, and a mod slot of protection from elites. The chest piece, Seska, crit damage, crit chance. For the holster, like I said, the improvised piece, weapon damage, crit chance. Again, here we have armor regen, but to be honest with you, crit chance on this build is actually quite decent, so we're not losing a lot here, but I would rather have crit chance there anyway. But we have crit damage there and the mod slot too. And then we actually have a walker's piece, which is going to give you that extra 5% weapon damage. We have weapon damage on top, crit damage and crit chance. And then of course we have the memento backpack to give us that extra buff, and when we pick up the trophies, it's just going to give you that extra 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and plus 5% skill efficiency when you're picking up these trophies. Okay, it's going to help out a lot. For every trophy you collect, you gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen, and the max stacks is 30. So having this in PvE is just great, man. It's really fun, and the way you play and the way you use this build is gonna, you know, depend on what you're gonna be getting out of the actual build and the max potential. Okay, so make sure you go towards your playstyle and don't just copy and paste a build like this. For the skills, we are using a revive hive so that we can get up if we die. For the second skill, we are using the striker drone just to keep that, you know, crowd control and to actually do a bit of damage as well, to, you know, shred them NPCs, you know, the normal yellow guys, just get them out. And yeah, with this build, it's going to help you a lot. Now, you may ask, why have I gone towards the specialization of survivalist? Now, if we actually go onto the tree here and we click on survivalist, we actually have a perk here that says 10% increased protection from elites. So that's actually increasing our stats on this build. So if we go to our stats and we look at the crit chance on my shotgun, we have 53% and 127% crit damage. And for the SMG, we have 60% and 123% crit damage there. So that's maxed out on the SMG, which is why we use that to proc obliterate. Now, if we go to our, you know, protection from elite stats, we have 68%, which is very nice. And as you saw in the gameplay, it was helping me a lot. It really was. And I would suggest you go towards survivalist and get these mod slots, man. Just make sure that you put them on your build. It's going to help out a lot if you want to go towards something like this. We're basically at 70% protection from elites. Okay, guys. So yeah, this is the build. This is what I've been running. It's pretty fun. You guys have probably seen a build like this before, but I've never actually posted a build like this before myself, and I haven't really used it much. So I just wanted to put this into TU15 and showcase what I've been using for PvE and farming all my gear pieces. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. If, like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. And if you enjoy content like this, man, smash that like button. Let's get 50 likes on this video. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the support. We got more videos coming, man. Just stay tuned in, okay? Division Addiction, and I'm gone. Peace.